Hi, Charlie. Thanks for meeting me today. I want to be completely upfront from the start. My goal is isn't just to have a chat, but to see if we can solve some of your business problems. I understand that Pamela spoke to you from Multics Connect. Um, so if we can solve some of those problems today, right now, if it feels like a good fit and I've answered your questions, I'm going to ask you for business today. Okay, so my aim is to get the deal done on the day, so you can start seeing the results immediately. Are you okay with that direct approach from me?
Hi, good afternoon, William. Yes, let's see how it goes, shall we?
Okay. Before I show you what we do, I'd love to hear a lot more about your business. What are your biggest challenges that you're facing right now? What are the problems that keep you up at night?
Well, okay, I have a retail company. It's small and I want to go online with it. And I'm having issues with going online. I'm having issues with how to market it, how to advertise it, and how to actually get it well known out there so people will come and buy from the online store. I have a physical store, which is doing very well. But, the online is my issue at the moment, and that's keeping me up at night.
So let's just talk about marketing for a minute. A lot of businesses pour a ton of money into advertisements and they only get a trickle of response, or is that something that you can identify with?
Well, sort of. I've been playing around really, and marketing and advertising are very go close in hand. Yeah, I've been using Facebook. I've been using multimedia sites. I've been boosting a few posts, and it's been working to a certain extent, but not really where I want to go with it.
So what sort of marketing spend have you allocated for your social media? Have you got a ballpark figure?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can spend up to sort of like 2,000 a month. That's what I want to do. But obviously, I need to see some sort of reward for that 2,000 a month.
And do you think that's money well spent?
If it gets out there, yes, of course.
Okay.
Because at
But
the end of the day, I mean, I need to get it out there so people will buy online on my
yeah.
my store.
Okay, so uh do you do any networking? Do you understand the principles of networking into holding hands with a social media campaign?
Well, I do to a certain extent. I mean, I've spoken to Pamela about it because I found her on LinkedIn, via the Multics Connect app.
Okay.
And she was talking to me and telling me all these different things that Multics could offer, but
Yeah.
which I found, if I'm really honest with you, quite confusing. Because there seems to be a lot of things going on, and yet, to tailor for my needs, I need a product that will work for me. I'm
Sure.
not interested in other
Sure.
people, their problems and
No.
etc. etc.
No.
So I understand the process of networking. I understand that, getting friendly with people and getting getting sort of leads from these people that I may be able to use in my business, and they may be able to use my business in their business. I understand.
Right. Okay.
It's just what Multics Connects can actually offer me.
Yeah, sure. Well, I think one of the things to think about with Multis Connect that is only £39 a month. So when you compare that, even if we were to, put this as an additional investment for your company to get to talk to people, um, the fact of the matter is that through good quality networking, you should be able to dramatically reduce your social media advertising content because,
Okay, but if I can just stop you there,
yeah,
you've just said to me that for £39 a month,
yeah.
but for what?
Well, that gives you access to the Multics Connect platform.
And what does that going to do for me?
Well, essentially, it gives you the ability to talk to exactly the type of people that you see as your avatar. So, for example, if I said to you, um, where your shop's in London, if I said to you, you're perfect clientele um, in London come from which sector of business, is that somewhere you could identify and think about?
Well, it's because I'm going online, so it doesn't really matter where my clients are.
No,
My
no.
physical shop, yes,
Yeah.
I no, my
Yeah.
physical shop is in Brighton,
Okay.
okay, in
Yeah.
Sussex.
Okay.
And I have a clientele that comes regularly
Yeah.
from, round and
So
about.
could you identify who that type of clientele is? Are they wealthy?
They can be,
Yeah.
I cater for all different types of people,
Yeah.
and different types of clothes for different occasions. I can cope for weddings, I can go for parties, and I can, cope for office workers, and I can cope with, I cater for people who just want to wear jeans and a sweatshirt.
Sure.
So I'm, I'm not putting a label on myself. I
No.
mean, I've invested into a website for my online store,
Right.
which cost me a considerable amount of money.
Would you
Um,
mind sharing that with me?
well, I mean, I'm still paying for it really. It's about £7,500.
Okay.
Okay, but that has got the shopping built in it.
Well, I'm not necessarily advocating here that we rebuild that, although app technology is quite different to more traditional, should we say, website technology. But if you've invested in that for Multics, we would recommend that you probably stick with that for the time being.
But I'm completely green. Okay, I mean I know what a website does, and I know
Yeah.
what the shop is supposedly does on the
Sure,
website.
sure.
But you've just now created something with me, which by saying, it's an app. What is an app?
Well, an app is really a more modern piece of technology that works on the phone. It snaps onto any device, but it's not so much the technology, it's the user. So, as you know, most of the successful companies these days adopt um, types of app technology. Ours is a very particular type of app technology, which is replicable. So we can make it very clever for our clients and then replicate it at low cost. But the important thing about this is that it's not the technology, it's the actual end user. It's the end user when they're looking to purchase their products, they need it to work beautifully on their phone.
But I still don't understand. So my website will work with this app.
Well, what I'm saying at the moment is that, that £7,500 you spent at the moment, it's not necessarily money that's wasted.
No, I hope
Um,
not.
no, no. But the real issue you seem to have is, I'm just going to ask you another question now. Do you have any issues operating the shop website with staff or issues with uploading products and prices on a regular basis? Are there issues there at all?
Well, yeah, they can be. I mean, it's not easy. It's not particularly easy to upload pictures onto the website,
No.
because you have to go through the Excel and this, that, and the other, or do it individually. And as I deal with, I don't know, I've got probably over 3,500 products
Yeah.
in my shop, my
Yeah.
physical shop,
Yeah.
and my warehouse.
Yeah.
To maintain those stock values is difficult and keep changing it all the time.
So does your shop website interact with your inventory in the shop? Is there
Yes, yes, it
yeah,
does.
yeah.
Yes, yes,
So
that it does.
that's why I'm suggesting that perhaps, that money has been spent, although you spent it on older technology. We can think about in the future migrating to app technology. But today, I like to focus on the real problem that you seem to have, which is lack of people coming to your store to purchase product. Yeah. Because I think that your online store, yeah.
Yeah.
But what about the physicals? What if we could increase business to your physical store through quality networking? And let's just say that we could focus very specifically on ladies what lunch. If you got so obviously they're coming to Brighton down for London for the day and they're looking to spend money and have fun in your shop. Is that a typical avatar?
Yes, yeah. I mean, it can be. I mean, I offer it for people that have come a long way. Obviously, I do my discovery with them when they're in the shop, and I offer them a glass of prosecco or a cup of coffee, and in the afternoons a cup of tea. And if it's coming to sort of 6 o'clock, I ask them if they'd like a cocktail. Not that I do many cocktails.
Right. That's really interesting. So the idea of having fun and networking within the shop is already inherent to what you do.
Yes, yes.
If we were to put that on line through Multics Connect. I'm just going to ask you another question now. Have you got a database of ladies that have been to your store historically and spent money with you?
Yeah, I do. I take their details, and it goes into the system that I have. And because when they buy, when people buy, they get points and rewards. So they get a certain amount of points for everything that they purchase.
Okay.
And obviously for that, I need to award their points. So to do that and their reward, so to do that, I have to have their data.
Yeah. Because I think that, by the way, behind the scenes, we've got something called Larry's VA, and these are people trained to help you with your networking through Multics Connect. They take you through an induction course, a training course, and they get you up to speed very quickly to be able to start using the system quickly. And the idea is that your specific avatar, should we say, you know, women that like to come to your shops they've been in the past, and their friends and their connections through Multics Connect via LinkedIn is how we expand your network and dramatically upgrade your ability to network laterally among those type of women within Multics Connect. So the idea is that you're going to get more ladies that not only visit the store but begin to use your online store as it is. And all that's going to happen working with Multics in the future is that user experience would dramatically improve. So, have you got any issues with GDPR? Is that something that's on your mind at all?
Well, yes, I mean that's a very hot topic at the moment, isn't it? Because everybody keeps saying to you, on the multimedia sites, oh, you have to have that up to date and everything
Yeah.
else. And I'm not legally minded.
No.
I'm a retail seller. That's what I do for a living.
All right. So can you just explain this to me? Connected to your website, you use a newsletter, presumably, yeah?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So from a GDPR point of view, I guess you're using MailChimp or you're
I
using
use MailChimp.
MailChimp. Okay. So from a GDPR perspective, that the option is to either continue to take your newsletter items, correct?
Mm.
Or to turn it off, to say, no, I don't want any more information coming
Well, you
from.
mean to unsubscribe?
Yes.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
yes.
So how many unsubscribes do you get?
Oh, quite a few because it goes into their spam or
Yeah.
I mean, and then it just and then I get undeliverable
Yeah.
and in fact it really annoys me.
Yeah. All right. Well, again, that's something that future Multics apps will overcome because the modern app system is a hugely more sophisticated system that allows visitors to select not only the types of notifications that they receive, but for the areas within your business that they actually want. So it's not simply on and off. They can opt in and out of multiple notifications within the app. Do you think that's something that would improve these kind of issues that you're experiencing?
Probably, yes, probably.
Because that in itself, a modern progressive web app, um, in itself handles GDPR without giving too much stuff that's going on in the background. An app is actually its own kind of CRM. It's got its own what we call a data source, like a spreadsheet, but it sits behind the scenes and it grabs all the information, all the data from the client. So you can send to them pertinent information. So, for example, um, what? Just give me an idea. Just keep it really simple. Just give me an idea of 3 or 4 departments within your shops.
What do you mean departments?
Well, if you've got areas, for ladies, weddings, for people going to weddings, or people going for parties, or
Yes, yes, I have. Well, I have different styles in the shop.
yeah,
Yes.
okay,
So I have evening wear, I have
right,
wedding wear, and I have day wear, and I have
okay,
office wear.
okay. So if the ladies could subscribe to a particular type of clothing department, would that be of help for you?
Well, yes, it would be because then obviously my marketing would be to them in those areas.
Okay.
You know, if I have ladies that don't wear jeans, I'm not going to send them jeans.
No, but with the newsletter you have been, haven't you?
Yes, yes, of course. I've been sending them everything.
Right. So if we could segment the data a little bit more, so somebody subscribed for, obviously there's a wedding coming up, they're going to spend a lot of money probably. If they're interested in wedding information, then obviously with push notifications, you could send them information that's pertinent for the wedding department. Do you think that would be better than using your existing website?
Well, yes, because it would be specific, wouldn't it?
Okay. So anyway, the important thing about the future is that GDPR is well and truly covered within modern apps because it's down to the client. The client chooses what information they want, whether that's quite different to a website. Okay, well, let's just think about the existing information within your website. Have you got are you using AI?
I've started to, but it confuses me.
Okay, so if there was actually AI built into the heart of your system, so for example, if all your information from your website was inside a knowledge base, so just bear with me on this. A knowledge base is is um uh, is a very open piece of technology that can be seen by AI. It's nothing's hidden. It's extremely transparent, if you like. So everything within your website and everything that you do in the future using an app and all the information that you publish um, into your future app or into your website is open to AI, that that enables us within a knowledge base to for people to have an AI assist. So in other words, a person could go to your knowledge base and say, please show me what wedding wears in season for 2025 for the autumn of 2025. An AI assist would take them straight to that information. Do you think that's something that might be useful? So this works 24/7, or you can also have it set up so that there's a live chat in there through the daytime. So you can assign somebody to talk to that person, lead them in the right direction, send them information.
That would be interesting.
Yeah,
Yes, yes, yes.
okay.
Because at the moment, I have a girl that looks at it at 6 o'clock in the evening. You know, on like Messenger
Yeah.
and that sort of thing.
Okay. Well, certainly this part of the technology is very phone friendly. So as we know, people tend to do this kind of thing, sat in front of the telly at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the evening. So that would be something that could work really well for you because the system captures their information and you can follow up the following day. Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Right. So we seem to have addressed these challenges. I'm just thinking about what I said at the start of the call. I said it's something that we can sort out for you today and get you signed up for today. I think that from what I've explained to you so far, the the knowledge base is kind of important for you. We can put the idea of the app uh, into the background for the future, but something that we know that we can do for you in the future. But if we started just with Multics Connect today, I'd like you to seriously consider signing up to Multics Connect with us today. It's £39 a month. There's a couple of extra bits and pieces in there that we can talk to you about, fast tracking you into the system. But is that something that I can ask you to sign up with today, and we get you onto the course tomorrow?
And it's just going to be £39 a month.
It's £39 a month. There's a couple of things, additional things, but they're particularly something called Super Connector. So we we like the idea of getting you into the Super Connector within Multics Connect, but it's not something really to discuss overly now. But there's a small course that we take you on, and we introduce you into our networking every Monday, Multics Connect networking. And we also take you into a regular Wednesday spot for support. And Larry's VA are there to hold your hand for Super Connect. and also to absolutely make sure that your LinkedIn profile is correct. One of the real challenges with businesses is they don't have their LinkedIn actually set up properly. Have you had your LinkedIn set up professionally?
No, no, I did it myself. I think it's a real mess.
Okay, all right. Well, that's something that we can definitely help you. Again, the numbers are the same. So it's £39 for the Super Connect. It's £39 for to get to get your LinkedIn sorted. And I'd truly like to sign you up now. Can I send you the link to do that, please?
Yes, yes, let's do it and let's see how we go with it.
Okay. So let's take you through this now. I'm just going to send this to you. Okay. Let's just do that. Now, I'll get this opened up. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it into the chat for you here. Okay. Right. So if you kindly open that. Thank you.
Okay, received.
Okay.
Yep.
Right. So here we are. You get a 3 hours training on the knowledge base. So we'll get that set up with you. Is tomorrow okay with you?
Yes, yes, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. And you should have full access to Multics Connect from tonight. So
That fast.
yes,
Okay.
yeah. By and large, yeah. Usually at midnight we can get you sorted, and Larry's VA will be in contact with you tomorrow, and they will give you the two shops to get you up to speed very quickly within Multics Connect. So kindly fill in your name here. Okay. And what email should I put this on?
You have the email.
Okay. Oops, that seems to all be in high. What are we doing here? Campus on block. Okay. And your mobile number?
Yeah, it's on my heading.
Okay. And your LinkedIn address?
You have?
And you're happy to go ahead with the £39 a month subscription?
Well, yes, but it says here minimum of 6 months.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to take, it's going to take you at least 6 months to, really get up to speed. And I think that what you're going to find is the commitment from Larry's will take you rapidly into them being very effective with Multics Connect. So
Okay, all right.
you're comfortable with that? Okay, so right, so this now order's being processed. So kindly add your details in there. And thank you for your business, Mrs. Dillon. And I'm going to add you into a WhatsApp group. We're going to bring you into the fold with Larry's VA, and they'll be in contact with you tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, William.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.